sport was something that grabbed you?
Oh yeah, and how? My father and mother still play tennis. My father's 76 and my mother's 72. In fact, they retired. They moved from Bombay to Bangalore and built themselves a wonderful retirement home in the outskirts of Bangalore. And even when they're here visiting, they play tennis every day. So my father is here currently because we've had a second daughter, and he's still at the club playing tennis every single day. And that's the house I grew up in. You know, a father who's actually done the Grand Slam in terms of travel. He's actually been to all the Grand Slams as a spectator. And my earliest memory is at the age of 4.5, being given cut pieces of print, of paper, of Stan Smith's tennis class. Stan Smith was an erstwhile Wimbledon champion. My father used to cut them out and put them in a file and give them to me. And then at age 4.5, he took me to the club we used to live across the road from and started me hitting on the wall. And then enrolled me in coaching with Akhtar Ali, whose son Zishan eventually played for India, and he was Davis Cup captain and coach. And my school had a very, very important role to play in that, because Le Martinet for boys, where I went to, of course, there were 3 of us rogues in school together. There was Leander Paes, who's India's foremost tennis player, Sunny Uthup, who's Auntie Usha Uthup's son, who at the time was a very good sports person and now is an entrepreneur, and yours truly. Were the 3 rogues in class. And, you know, we played a vista of sport, but tennis was really it for me. And I ended up playing Bengal State under 10. The under 10 nationals were 9-year-old Leander Paes and 9-year-old HRISHIKESH going to Coimbatore with the Bengal State team. And I still remember we lost in the semi-finals because it's a team event. You know, you play singles and also doubles.
Right.
But we did pretty well for ourselves. So we were the bright sparks at the time. And I was left-handed and Lee was right-handed. Calcutta also had this wonderful culture of parent and child tennis tournaments. Can you believe that?
Tell us about it.
So Dr. Wes Pace, Uncle Wes, and Leander, and my dad and me would be in the finals 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. It was an annual parent and child tournament. And it had become so famous that even though it was played in the state of West Bengal, fathers or mothers and children would come from all across the country. So, you know, you had parent and child pairs from the Bombay gym and, you know, from Kanpur Gymkhana and this and that. And yeah, we'd find ourselves in the final very, very often. And the fathers were, yeah, you know, they were chilled out.
True. I mean, West Pace is legendary.
Yeah,
I mean, I think father, son, both bronze Olympic medalists. Wes won it in hockey in,
Totally.
I think it was 74, and 96, Leander in Atlanta won the bronze in tennis.
Yeah, and Uncle Wes, handsome, strapping man.
Oh, absolutely.
Likewise, my father, the envy of all the ladies in Calcutta at the time, with these 2 rascals on the court next to them, you know, covering up and playing most of it. And we guys were just put at the net. You know,
I believe the sons have also turned out to be quite the same. Huh? You're allowed to be honest on the show, incidentally.
So we would be put up at the net, and our fathers used to keep hitting from the background and this and that. And sometimes just, you know, a lob would come short. And the idea was, Kannan, you have to hit Pace, and Pace, you have to hit Kannan. So the whole idea was, go for the body shot.
Right, it has to be competitive, right? I mean, that's what it's about.